Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Doing game 3 of my career mode as the Atlanta Falcons quarterback. As you see, we're off to an 0-2 start. Two pretty bad losses, but I mean, it's just when you got stuff like this. I mean, excuse me. Okay, at the end of game 2, I had 7 people who were out for games. Jones, Freeman, Lavitri, and some other people. But these people are out for the year, like Tack McKinley, Deion Jones, and Keanu Neal. Defense, very good defensive players, and I'm pretty mad. But let's go do game 3 against the Saints at home. Let's hope we can turn this season around. Huh. Well, I'm probably about to get bulldozed over. I threw 7 picks last game, but I think we got the better running back. But let's hope we can be 1-2, and the Saints can be 2-1. Because right now we are last in our division.
Kamara, drive in. Well, it's the coach. This is the 2018 season, and you've got it tuned to EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach.
And if I sound different today, it's just because I'm sick. I've been battling this.
A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle
up today
with Drew
and just
Brees
get someone
and the
to
New Orleans
I know it
Saints.
starts with the quarterback.
Hello again, everyone. Brandon
I've been
Gordon
doing
along with Charles
rounds,
Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still...
That's part. That's okay. It's funny through one. So the Jets beat Cleveland in Madden, but last night the Browns came back and beat the Jets.
They'll run for the first time.
Go Freeman, go.
And he's
First
taken
down,
but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 11 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization, general manager,
Freeman,
personnel department.
why didn't you just run?
All came together. They evaluated it very
well.
Come on, dude. A nice payoff.
Stop trying to show off.
12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week is
I didn't see that.
Gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to get him for a loss of about 3. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you're drafted well,
for the second week
scout
out.
free
That's
agents
nice.
well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're...
Yeah, man, I was having a good drive. Come on, defense. And they score. No, they keep it.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On second down, Freeman.
How did you not just...
To about the 37. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1,
to me, I don't think I'm having a much better game than my first 2 games. But we'll see.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
You're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, it was going good. Okay.
And here now come the Falcons. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Are you serious right now?
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Alex Okafor.
We're not gonna stop it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed.
Come on, there we go. Sorry about that, guys.
3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the catch is made by Justin Harney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
So I said it's just a
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Out of the gun now on third down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Really?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Holding, offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter does this out, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice nice gain of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Thank you.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And an out of the run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Why do we punt? Oh, I was about to say.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And fights through one man, eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed it.
Yeah. Stop. Stop. One last stop. One last stop. Atlanta.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away.
No,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
So what would have went into it?
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Teo in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. And Freeman lost the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown.
Son of a bitch.
The offense they've had. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here. And Jones has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They come out here in the I. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
If we lose to the Bengals, I'm going to be so mad. This was frustrating for me today. I've been so close. So many times. I mean, we could have came back that I threw that pick. So that's my fault on that one. That's good. But till next time, I'll see you later.